It's time to mind your business with me, Jamila Lodge. Tune in to find out how to mind your business with BEDC, special guest entrepreneurs, industry experts, and more. Brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.
All right. Hello, Kendall. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you doing today?
Good. Thank you for coming on the Mind Your Business podcast. I'm excited to talk to you about your new business and everything you have going on. So let's start with who you are and what's your business.
Okay, so I am Kendall Trott. My business is Content Space BDA. And for those that don't know, Content Space BDA is a content space. It's the first of its kind in Bermuda.
Yeah.
It's for creatives, for filmmakers. I wanted to make it around film. We do offer photography service as well, but it's for those that have an ambition to do film, actresses, all through this creative realm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
What type of services does Content Space offer?
Okay, so for instance, let's say if you want to shoot a podcast, you and your friends get together, we want to shoot a podcast, so Content Space we allow you to come in there. It's a big space. You can build your set. You just come in. You don't have to bring any cameras. We shoot it for you.
Oh, okay.
We have professional sound, professional video, 4K, everything. So, and also we have editing spaces. So,
oh, great.
Yeah, you can leave with it right then and there, That's one aspect of it. Another one is if you need headshots, come in and get your headshots.
Okay.
Let's say if you're an actress or actor and you have a taping, you can come do a taping. We could change the background, just all around creative space.
Awesome. Where's it located?
Front Street.
Okay.
Yes, the Summers building, right across from the ferry terminal.
Okay, so super accessible.
Yes, definitely.
In the heart of town. How did you get into this? Why Content Space?
Okay, so if anyone knows who I am, they know that I am into production. I started with my own production company in Atlanta, and it just evolved to what I do now, which is reporting. So I shoot my own stuff. I make it into I edit everything. So it's my love. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
And I seen the lack here in Bermuda, so I was like, why not? And it's my dream, and I just feel like I'm living in my passion.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love entrepreneurs taking their passion and turning it into business. I think that's awesome. It's the best way to go about it, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, because it ends up feeling less like a job when you love what you're doing.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if it felt like a job because I'm so busy, I feel like it's not work. So that's the only way I'm able to do it because it's like second nature to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
How does Content Space differ themselves from other offerings? You said it's the first of its kind in Bermuda, but how do you differentiate yourself from, I guess, people at home with like GoPros or things that they can do it themselves on their iPhones and things like that, which is what a lot of people revert to now. But what's the difference and what's the benefit of coming into Content Space instead?
Okay, so I would say first, I have been working in the industry, so I do have knowledge around certain things with the professional sound, professional lighting, camera work, So that's what I think it's the first of its kind as far as the filmmaking, the commercial side of things. That I know there's a lot of creative spaces with studios, photography, and but this is specifically for filmmakers, editing programs. Even if you just want to come in there, you shot something on your own, you can come in and edit that. We have the programs for you.
Okay.
You don't have to bring anything. We have the cameras, we have the professional sound, microphones, everything. So I would say it is also almost like a production company. You just you have an idea, you come in and we execute it for you.
Awesome. So is it, if I wanted to edit something and I came to you, would I then just be using your equipment to edit it, or do you provide services where you can assist me with editing as well?
Everything you can think of.
Okay.
If you, if you are an editor, you can come in and you can use the computers, you can use the system, and if you aren't, we can help you. You know, we have editors, anything you need. I wanted it to target the whole creative realm, wherever you are. If you're a beginner, we can help you. We'll show you how to do it, and just say, oh, I want to shoot a podcast. Okay, come sit down. And for instance, I just want to say this, for instance, like where we're shooting right now.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to do a podcast, they can come in and I'll have different backdrops and they can create their look, what they want it to look like. Yeah. And they come, they just sit, we have the cameras there, we're rolling. Yeah. Do you want editing services? Okay, we got that for you as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
It's really important to, I love that approach because you have people from all different types, like beginner, intermediate, advanced, people like that. And especially, I love the opportunity where you can, I guess, turn what looks like a daunting process to beginners into something accessible and easy, like a first step. So coming into you and not knowing where to start, and you can just help them out.
And also, like I said, I work professionally in the industry, so I wanted to offer that service. Even though you're not a professional, I wanted to give people the opportunity to have professional video, professional sound, no matter where you are. So I saw the lack there in the industry, and I wanted to fulfill it.
Great. Yeah. So can you talk about some of the types of projects that you have worked on for Content Space, or some of the projects that you aspire to?
Okay. The types of projects, I would say it starts with me and who I am and what I've been through. I've worked on films. I've done commercials. I worked for companies. And now I'm working on TV, doing also shooting, doing editing, so everything you can really think of, that's I've targeted, I've been there, and I've done that. So for those that are coming up, I want to help guide that with Content Space. It's giving those the opportunity to enter that realm and, also giving them direction in that way. Content Space, I want it to be the hub of up-and-coming creatives, up-and-coming young people. I want it to be able to host projects that will change lives, podcasts that will change lives, not just podcasts, shows. You can shoot shows, you can build sets, sitcoms, whatever. I want it to be that for Bermuda.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. So you said you have a lot of history, background knowledge, and things like that in this industry. How did you get started?
Oh, okay. So as I mentioned before, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing if it wasn't a passion. So how I got started, just ambition. Like, I remember moving to Atlanta. I lived in Los Angeles.
Okay.
So I moved to Atlanta when I was 18, and I was like, I want to be a filmmaker. I need to go to Atlanta. I need to meet Tyler Perry. And I actually start auditioning for Tyler Perry. Like, I made it happen in Atlanta, and Atlanta was a great space for creatives, and I had so much support there, and that's where I built Trott Productions, my production company. And from there, it just took off. I had it was just came natural for me, filmmaking. So I had a lot of opportunities in Atlanta. I ended up going on tour with T.I. and B.O.B.
Wow, cool.
And that's where that's where I realized I could do this. Because on tour, you're up 24/7 all night. And I would create videos. I would create like 5 videos a day. And it was like, that was the demand. Like, it was just so demanding. And so coming from that, it was so fast paced. It's almost like I could do anything now. Like, where I work now, I have to create videos, and it's easier for me to do that with my experience and also the camera side of things. I actually started from working in the industry. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
like you mentioned, how fast paced it is and things like that. And I think we've seen that even more as the years go by and how the technology is changing. How do you keep up with it?
Oh my gosh. So that's the thing. So I always say, there's a saying that I go by. It says it basically is you have to evolve with time. So I believe, just always being transparent. You can't get set in your ways because technology, the industry that I'm in, is always changing.
Yeah.
So you have to be very transparent. You have to go to different shows, where they're introducing different technology and stay up to date.
Yeah.
And that's what I also want Content Space to be. I want to have young creatives there that know the new technology because there's a new technology. And it's like, AI is coming out. So that's something I also want to offer in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah, so just staying up to date. It starts with me and me being transparent and making sure that I'm providing all the new technology for those that are interested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a big part of it is educating yourself constantly.
Definitely,
right?
yeah.
So how do you find the time for that, plus running Content Space and your full-time job?
Like I said, it has to be a passion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't something that was ingrained in me, if I felt like it was a job. So maybe I was working all day and I come home and I'll look at videos and, but it's something that, yes, I have to remind myself to do, but I enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
Yeah.
So the work doesn't seem like work.
It doesn't seem like work. And I think that's the key for anyone starting a business, that make sure whatever you do, make sure you love it and it doesn't feel like work, because that makes the difference.
Yeah. Huge difference.
Definitely.
What are some of the challenges that you have faced opening up Content Space and in comparison to starting a business in the U.S. versus here? Anything comes to mind?
Yeah, I would say anytime you start a business, you're going to have challenges, you know, whether that's you working a 9-to-5 job and trying to pay for your business and then having to stay up to work those hours, put those hours in after work. That would be the main thing.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of mental things that come with it as well. Like, is it going to work? Is it like all of that? But I think it starts with balancing your time, managing yourself, making sure your cup is full so you can give to everyone that you're supposed to give to, So starting with you and your mental health is number one. And what other challenges? Me, I had to, being that it's a content space, when I first got the space, it just, I knew it was the space I wanted, but I know what I want. And I had to do a lot of renovations.
Okay.
So with my passion, I was paying out of pocket. So it takes dedication, and you know what I mean? You have to believe in it yourself. So I would say that, doing it on my own, but I'm a part of the BEDC's program, so that's been a major help for me as far as like having the support, being around other entrepreneurs like yourself and getting advice. That just makes the difference with everything, you know? Yeah.
Let's talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
So you are part of the Enterprise Bermuda Incubator Program that BDC provides. So it's a full year incubator. What made you want to join it?
What made me want to join it? So I have been in communication with the BEDC for some time with doing interviews for them, so I would do interviews with Jamila Lodge, and I was always telling Jamila, I'm coming, I'm gonna, just hearing about everything and everything you guys do, the workshops, the seminars, everything. I was like, okay, I gotta get back in that world. I wanna be around creatives, just like I mentioned, being around people that are similar, doing the same thing, working jobs and also having their own businesses, just being inspired in that way. So I wanted to be in the life and, around like people that.
How have you found the program has impacted your business so far?
So I would say I'm going to be honest. I think the program is great. We had a time where we had to meet with mentors.
Yes.
And that really stands out to me because when I met with my mentor, I was going through something at the studio with, okay, I'm putting all this money in the studio, doing the renovations. How do I make money from it right now? Like, it's a lot of stress. Like, and I was honest with her. And she basically opened my mind to other ideas. She said, you don't always have to start where you want to end. And that for me was huge advice. So even things like that, like she said, it can always transition into what you want it to be.
Right.
So just having someone that gives you advice in that way is just an example of like why I feel like the program is needed in my life and how you guys help me.
Yeah, that's a great example because I find a lot of entrepreneurs, they keep everything close to heart, right? And rarely ever talk about their challenges and gripes with other people. But like you said, as soon as you opened up, you were able to get a different perspective and pivot and to figure out how to grow your business into what you wanted to be.
Definitely.
Okay. So how, I guess, has the partnership with BDC and in the program influenced your overall entrepreneurial journey? Do you find that you have become a better entrepreneur? What would you say about that?
Yeah, I definitely think it keeps me on my toes as far as, I go to work and I work hard. And then, there's a BEDC meeting. So it makes me snap back into, okay, you're not just working, you have to put time for yourself. So, that's what I think it just reminds me and keeps me there as an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? And in that life.
Yeah.
And so.
Okay. Yeah. So is the content space open right now? Can people book with you?
So the content space is going to be open in September.
Okay.
So
soon.
It's very soon.
Yeah.
So we are crunch time right now. Super excited. Right now we're in the process of, getting all the equipment in ready and going, which I'm working with the BEDC with that. So yeah, just excited for everything and how people can join. It's on Front Street.
Yep.
So the promotion, I have to do the marketing and promotion. Okay. So you guys will see it on Instagram. You'll be able to click a link, go to the website, and book your days. That's how it's going to work. You're going to be able to see a calendar and book, okay, I want to come in this day. Whatever days are blocked off, someone may have booked, but I want to make that process so easy. For people to just come in and book. Whether you need editing services, you need to shoot commercials, you want to shoot something like we're shooting now. You can come and do that. Anything from the creative. It's for creatives.
Okay.
It's for all creatives.
And that's definitely needed here. A space for creatives to just do what they do, right?
Just do what they do.
Yeah. And it's needed here because there isn't much. I know we have a huge creative community here. So I love that you're creating a space for them to tap into and to grow that industry in Bermuda.
Definitely. And I hope my overall goal... Are you editing this?
No.
You're not? Okay. So my overall goal would be to, I want to hone entrepreneurs. I want to really give the younger generation inspiration. You know what I mean? I want to create the next Tyler Perry. I want to create the next not me just create. I want to provide through my talent, just give people the knowledge. So even hosting workshops, you know what I mean? In that space, and it's just endless the opportunity. And for me, that's my way of doing what I need to do on this earth. Is giving back and giving my talent to other people.
All right. Well, if you're listening and you're the next Tyler Perry of Bermuda, let's have it. Sign up for Content Space.
Yeah, or actress, anything, But I just want to give those people somewhere to go, somewhere where they feel like they belong. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
For anybody that is interested in becoming an entrepreneur, entering the creative space, what advice would you have for them?
Okay, so I would say number one, what I've been saying this whole time, make sure it's something you're passionate about. Because the days that you feel like, okay, I don't know how this is going to get done, it's going to take that 1% of passion.
Yeah.
Like, I love this, so I have to do it.
Yeah.
And then once you find that, I would say keep going. Don't give up. There's many of nights you're going to cry and say, oh, my God, and question yourself. But I would say just keep going.
Yep.
You know, make sure you have a good support system around your business that's big, who you hang around, and if they speak life into you, if they don't, if they tell you. There's been times where people have told me, oh, you know, the business is taking a lot from you, and I just know that it's in my heart and I have to do it. Sometimes you have to be strong on what your vision is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be committed.
Yeah.
And something you touched on is the support and the importance of community. Can you talk a little bit about that and why it's important to have a community, to have support, specifically in the creative space as well and in this industry?
It's everything, you know, to have support is everything. There's days where you feel down and you have to be able to trust someone, have someone to call and say, you know, keep going. You're made for this. I believe you have this in you. I believe you're going to change the world. You need people that are filling your cup.
Yeah.
Because life drains you.
Yeah.
Life drains you, and then your business is going to drain you, and you cannot give. So you have to have like those people that inspire you as well, and you know that you see they're doing their thing and they're like that group. And that's also why I love the BEDC program, is because you're around people that are doing what not everyone does.
Exactly. And you can benefit from hearing differing opinions, even if their business isn't in the same industry as you. You all are going through a similar journey, and sometimes it's just nice to talk.
Definitely. Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you for joining us. Is there anything else that you would like to leave our listeners with?
Just keep going. You know, if you have it on your heart, do it, and just stay consistent. You know, remember that we are all put here for a certain amount of time, and you have to fulfill your goals that like your overall passion, your overall purpose in life, whether that's to help others. That's what it's about, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So make sure you stay on that path. Life will distract you, but make sure you stay focused on the bigger picture, whatever it is, because everyone's path is different. Some people are created to be, you know, a mom, like mothers, and they're very amazing mothers. Some people are created to be entrepreneurs. So make sure you just, whatever it is in life, tap into whatever you're put here to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And look out for Content Space.
Look out for Content Space in September. Make sure you guys come and get your content.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it myself. We might even move this podcast there. You never know.
Definitely. Definitely come in.
We'll level up with you as well.
Yes, perfect.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Of course.
Coming on the Mind Your Business podcast, because if you don't mind your business, who will?
Who will?
All right. Thank you, Kendall. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Mind Your Business with me, your host, Jamila Lodge. Tune in next week, Thursday at 4 p.m. because if you don't mind your business, who will? Mind Your Business is brought to you by BEDC. Bermuda Business starts here.